Hello everybody, Ben Rogers here, the Raptors Digest, reacting to the Toronto Raptors. My scoreboard is hidden. Riker, do you have the score of this game? I'm messing up the intro already.
Oh, yikes. 122 to 111 victory for the Toronto Raptors. Let me start this one off, Ben, and let me jump straight into this question for you because both of us weren't terribly interested in this game. I would imagine it's the same for most viewers around Canada, around the world that are interested in Toronto Raptor basketball. We're getting so close to the All-Star break. Just get there already. We need a little break as fans. I'm sure the athletes too. But Ben, the one interesting thing, and we have a Tingus Pingus, Kristaps Porzingis video dropping tomorrow because he's been quietly on the trade block. But it seems like all of Texas is on the trade block, including one Victor Oladipo, and we've been bringing his name up a ton this season. You're looking a little bit perplexed at the camera. I don't know if you're really digesting what I'm saying here, but the question is, now that we've seen him in action, facing against the Toronto Raptors, would you still be interested in?
Well, Riker, I was just pulling up the box score. I had your face just going up there, but we have that vid coming on Porzingis. We won't dive too much into that because this game did have a lot of takeaways and stuff, but Kyle Lowry came out, especially with all those...
No, wait. I said Porzingis is what we're breaking down, but Oladipo's also been on the trade block.
Well,
now that we've seen him,
this is what I'm saying. Kyle Lowry's been on the trade block, Riker, and he had a phenomenal game tonight too with a triple-double. We have it in the title and all these things, but Victor Oladipo, for all the injuries he's had this year, showed a lot on the court tonight. This season, when he's been healthy, when he's been active, he's had a lot of games where he's a high-scoring player. He can get out. He's still athletic. He can still shoot. He can still do all these things. He's a tremendous finisher. And we iterated through this a lot in the offseason, talking about how Victor Oladipo is a guy that, when you compare him to a Fred VanVleet, right, he's a player that doesn't shoot as well as Fred by any means, and that's why we wouldn't really want Fred to be... We prefer Fred on the court than a Victor Oladipo because of the shooting, the passing, the creation and stuff, but in terms of finishing and just his mobility and the size that he brings, that's still there. The athleticism is there, but the question is as it always will be with Victor Oladipo, is health, and sure, he looked healthy tonight, but he's coming off a bunch of games missed, and there's question marks about will he even, if we do trade for him, would he even stay? Would he go to Miami Heat? So would you move? Because I feel like a Lowry might have to be in that move. Maybe the Rockets be interested in younger pieces, but to make the money work, I don't know. But he did have a good game tonight. I think he had 27 points in this one.
27 points. Call me crazy, but I test watching Victor Oladipo. Yes, the point you mentioned, the point we broke down a ton of times when talking about him. Better interior scorer than Fred VanVleet, but I test, call me crazy, I wouldn't want to trade for him after watching him tonight. I don't think he's the piece that you'd be, even if he had a contract, I don't think he's the type of player that's really going to bring your team, our team, the Toronto Raptors, to that next level. And now we're obviously comparing him being on a pretty weak, no big man, Christian Wood out of the lineup, out of the rotation for the Houston Rockets. So put him on a better roster, better organization, better coaching. You'd probably get more impact out of his 27 points, but I just don't see the role for him on the Toronto Raptors. I don't see him coming in and necessarily being a starter. He'd be a fantastic six-man for the Raptors, but that's obviously not what you would put him at if you came over. He would not accept that role, I can't imagine. So I call me crazy. I don't want him, Ben, but one guy that it's making me sadder and sadder now that he is on the trade block, Kyle Lowry. Triple-double tonight, 16 total, 13 for the entire rest of the franchise of the Toronto Raptors. This guy just finds ways to get it done.
Yep, tonight, and to bring up his stats, 20 points, 10 assists, 11 rebounds, doing everything out there on the court, putting to rest any of the questions, and I get when Lowry has something to motivate him, something to get him going, he usually just plays better when he's in the news and stuff like that's happening, and he just wanted to put all the people that are talking about making videos about him being traded, like who would ever do that stuff, but quiet all them, even though we have been adamant we want to keep him, especially if we're not getting a superstar back unless you're trading up in value. But this guy, and this is the point that we made in the trade video we put out the other day, and Kyle Lowry's a guy, he's a dollar piece, and you're only, especially with his age and the assets, you're only going to get his value in aggregate, and you're not getting that total amount what Kyle Lowry brings the court night in, night out back in a trade. Even if it's picks, even if it's young talent, Kyle Lowry is just a game changer. Whether it's coming into a game when the Houston Rockets are making a run and just calming everyone down, getting in the paint, scoring a bucket, then driving in the next possession and dumping it off to a DeAndre Bembry or someone, finishing, getting them going, getting the confidence riding. And this is why we call him our closer. This is why we call him the guy that we really rely upon. Maybe not to be our lead scorer night in, night out. Not to be the guy we hope Pascal Siakam would be, Fred VanVleet would be. Even Norman Powell has stepped up, and we'll talk about him a lot later. Because when you bring up the Depot potential trade possibility, Norman Powell is a guy that, if you account health into the equation, maybe you'd rather have a Norman Powell than a Victor Oladipo. I think I would maybe at this point, but obviously Depot's been an all-star and has had a higher ceiling. So I don't know. You got the symbols going?
I'm just signaling 30 piece tonight, Ben, for Norman
Yep.
Powell versus Oladipo's 27, and he had to share the offense this evening because Fred VanVleet had 25, Kyle Lowry had a 20-point triple-double. So I would tend to agree with you.
Exactly, right? So it's a lot of stuff going on there, but Kyle Lowry is that guy. He's that man. You know, the question about trading him is whether or not he wants to be traded. I think if Kyle Lowry is content, wants to be with this organization, wants to stay, unless you get an absolute finesse back, unless you're getting a superstar projected player that might fit our core age, you know, the age of Siakam, that timeline a little bit better, then you don't do that deal. You just keep Kyle Lowry. He's our guy.
Pingus, Kristaps Porzingis, that's who we made an argument for. It's dropping tomorrow. I will take this opportunity because Norman Powell, Fred VanVleet, Kyle Lowry, your three best players that played tonight, Pascal Siakam obviously out for health and safety protocols. They all did well. It's rare that they all do well in one evening. So if you like that momentum, pop into the like section. I'm going to plug it right now, Ben. Also the road to 20K. You can play the segment while I say as well, Bembry had 13 points and Utah, Watanabe? I think we're on the pronunciation is Watanabe. So We're going to go Yuta Watanabe hath risen from the poster that
He's
buried
back.
him. We thought that his soul had passed into the nether region, that Anthony Edwards absolutely destroyed his career, that he was done. Everybody was worried for this man, but he came back. He got 4 points, 4 rebounds, I think. So it was great.
Yeah.
All the guys were in action.
Shout out everyone, because his soul was locked in the like section for at least a week. Maybe it was Nurse kind of kept him in there, but you guys got him out for liking the videos. So like the videos to ensure no more Raptors end up in the depths of the like section. But Utah came out with his energy. He didn't look super comfortable out there on the court, but I thought he was mobile. He kept the game going. Bembry, as you mentioned, played a really solid game tonight. Just the guys off the bench that are known to be our energy czars and players that sort of get everyone going. They're perfect complements when we have players like Fred VanVleet, Norman Powell, Kyle Lowry going off, right? Because you don't need much more scoring when you have a few guys getting over 20 plus. And then you just need people to lock guys down, be energetic, to make good cuts, right? Play off those people that have the hot hand. So I thought everyone played their role well tonight. OG, I thought he could have been a lot more assertive in this game. Had 11 points, 5 assists, made some really nice passes in this one. But Ryker, this is something I do want to bring up because OG has shown flashes this season of being more assertive, of looking more comfortable. But what is it that he just... Is he not getting the ball? Is he not confident enough to make his drives? Because there's times tonight when I see Eric Gordon locked in on him and he doesn't really drive. He took one where he semi-half-weighted it and then he ended up double dribbling. But it seems like for game stretches, he stops doing those little crossover quick moves that we've seen he's capable of doing and then reverts to the Pascal Siakam semi-post-up spin, which sure, Siakam is good at, but OG's got so much more in his bag.
I think personally, this is what I saw in one possession was that because he doesn't have a dribble pull or a real fadeaway, he just has the spot up jumper 3-pointer, and he has obviously a plethora of ways to score in the paint, under the basket. I think he's a little bit limited still. If he does get stopped, if he gets bumped around, and he has to create in the midcourt. And that's when he just seems to struggle. He seems to lose his handle. He seems to lose his confidence. So I don't know. I'm hoping he'll just continue to develop, and he really is still the fourth, fifth option on this team. So as long as he plays his role well and steps up when we need him the most, then that's when I'll be looking at him a little bit more heavily, Ben. But let's not bring this one too long. I don't know when we want to debut our new segment, if you want to add it to the end or start on it, but
no, let's it's not really a segment. It comes out, but it's gonna come out tonight, the spicy P-lay of the day. And there were some good ones. There were some nice plays. You mentioned Bembry had a nice little scoop shot, had a few big threes in this game, but Aaron Baines came out here. Aaron Baines, I'm throwing it up on the screen now, but Aaron Baines came out with a little Dirk Nowitzki post fade, Riker. He was in that block, the insurance pylon. He had a weird looking layup at the beginning of this game, but there was a possession where he kind of caught it in the mid range, did a spin shot, splashed it home. I don't know. It's always exciting when you see Aaron Baines hit some wild stuff, because he's been a highlight reel the past couple of games, Riker.
Man, I have been patiently waiting to see this animation, so I was just watching for it to pop up on the screen. Obviously, we're a couple seconds delayed, and there it is. What a beautiful segment.
I'll throw it back up.
I'll throw it again. Put it up again. I want to iterate. We both know it, because Aaron Baines, and obviously the tone of this segment too, or this feature, it's just you flash it on the screen whenever something happens around Aaron Baines or a big man. It's not positive. It's not negative. I think that the insurance pylon is just turning into having the guy come off the bench and do something. Sometimes you want a little bit more from him. Sometimes you get a little bit more than you expect. So that's the point of this. So Ben, good on you, and good on Tyson for making this segment for us. So cheers.
Yeah, shout out Tyson. Quality stuff. But not all plays can be the spicy P-lay of the day, and some just make you say, oh, geez. And tonight, it honestly, Riker, we could break it out twice tonight. You know, it's new. The insurance pylon segment's new, so we're breaking it out again, because I alluded to it in the spicy P-lay of the day. But this guy is underneath the net, and he throws it. I don't even know how to explain it, Riker, but he basically airballed a layup right underneath the net. So he had a great game in terms of box score wise, 9.6 rebounds, probably helping out some of those deep-rooted fantasy leagues. But you know, that layup definitely has to get called for an OGs. He did have a 3 in this game as well.
Oh, man, I didn't even hear what you said. I'm just watching that animation again pop on the screen as we speak. I love it. Hit us one more time. If you like this one, pop into the like section. This is just going to provide joy for the rest of the season. That's amazing. That's great. You know, I love it. I don't even know what you said, but I love it. He showed out tonight, and obviously with no Christian Wood, he should be able to get some points in the paint and to do a couple of things. So anything else is the cherry on top. Then I don't know we'll swing into the final segment, I guess, the Damari Carroll Gold Star Award for worst performance of the evening. It doesn't necessarily need to go to a Raptor unless there's somebody on your mind. 6 coaches out tonight, I believe. Pascal Siakam out tonight. We could give it to the Rona, or maybe we're looking at Houston. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I guess, the Ronas, I guess that could get it. Patrick McCaw came out 4 minutes. He's kind of struggled in his minutes. We won't give him any gold stars early, and as he's coming back. He was obviously injured for a long time, but we forgot to mention it. I think we meant to mention it earlier, but Sergio came out, got his first win, was assistant coach. People were talking about Kyle Lowry potentially being the player coach, but because we didn't know how many coaches were out. But Sergio came in. Obviously, he was a coach professionally on the Spain national team and did a good job, I thought. It was weird seeing our coach not necessarily yelling at the refs the whole time. He won a coach's challenge. So
not in a deep crouch.
Not squat down. So I don't know. It was cool. Lowry gave him the game ball, and we could even give the OGs to Kyle Lowry at the end in the post-game interview. I didn't even catch what he said, but I saw all the guys reacting to it. So I don't know. Shout out Sergio Scoriola, I believe.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
We'll get fact checked. I'll
get roasted in the chat if it's not the case. But Riker, the long-waited segment, as everyone wants.
Protect your ears. Protect your ears.
That's right. The final alarm has gone off. We still haven't edited the audio for this clip. Who knows if we ever will. But we want to hear from you guys. Hear your takes on this game, on the Toronto Raptors, on the trades that are going down. We got a lot of stuff roaming around Raptors land. But, people are... Yeah, Kyle Lowry dropped the ball. He dropped at the post-game interview. Riker, you're looking inspirational. You got a lot of compliments tonight on this chat, bro. You're looking fresh.
Wow. I'm flattered. There's not very many people watching this one live this evening. Again, I think there's a bit of exhaustion at this point in the season, but it's only the true supporters that are in the comment section here now. So appreciate all you guys.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, people are reacting to the horn going off now. People are saying I should go into voice acting, Riker. I think that could be a future career.
Yep, there you go. If it doesn't work out on the software engineering, side of things.
Looking for internships, guys. Hit up my LinkedIn.
This is the one that's pretty good. Should the Raptors buy or sell? Well, that's a good question.
Buy. We're good.
Bye.
We're good. We just came off our toughest stretch of games, and really, we went into that stretch being like, if we go 1 for 7, then that would be nice. If we get one win against those Sixers teams, if we could just beat the Timberwolves on a back-to-back. Sure, it's the Timberwolves, but it is what it is. Then the Sixers twice, and then the Miami Heat. So we got most of those games, Riker. I think we went 2-6 or something on that stretch. So I don't know. We had our toughest stretch of games. We're going up against the Rockets, the Pistons, the Bulls now coming up. So if we win a few of these games, we should have a strong hold as a top 4 seed. We got to be buyers.
I think so. I think that's really critical as well. I think Indiana probably is going to lose their game. They might have already lost against Boston. So Raptors, they're going to be able to get that sort of 3-4th seed foothold and carry that throughout All-Star break. I think that begins the second half of the season with fantastic placement, good momentum, Ben, and give the guys some rest, get everybody back on the same page. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, no, 1,000%. Lowry's agent says fake news, and yeah, for sure, but that's what the agents are going to come out and deny. 2 new acquisitions, Cumberland and Hall. Yeah, are you familiar? We're planning on making a video and breaking them down in the future, but I'm not too familiar with the signings we've made. I know Hall, I believe he went and took on Giannis in the bubble, so that was his thing. Hey, you see those videos going around, Riker?
Yeah, I thought we posted that video too of him going at Giannis in the bubble on the Raptors Instagram. But the thing is, when there's this many trades, again, fire sale in Texas, you have DeMar DeRozan, LaMarcus Aldridge, Victor Oladipo, PJ Tucker, DeMarcus Cousins, Kristaps Porzingis. You have JJ Redick. You have, who else? Somebody in Memphis, maybe. There's basically all the Southwest Division is on the trade block. We got to break those things down first before we look at little non-impact player signings. Credit to them. I mean, they obviously you got to work hard to get signed on a 10-day contract, but there's just more interesting stuff to talk about right now before we break those guys down, Ben.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I'm interested. We obviously got to look into them a bit more, see what their skill sets are when they're with the roster. But definitely interesting. We got some Norman Powell talk. People are looking for the hat, Riker. They want it pulled out. The Walmart Rockets without Christian Wood. And I guess we could sort of send it off with we had an important game in terms of seeding in the Eastern Conference today. The Pacers lost, the Celtics won. You could probably break out the Walmart hat for the Boston Celtics as of late, but they did get the win tonight. But I think that puts us officially in the 4th seed, Riker. So we need a little celebration.
And we've been in the 4th seed. We were already there.
I think we were tied though, but now we're officially up there because the Pacers were half game ahead of us.
No, they were 16-17. We were half game ahead of them.
Okay, well, we're officially there now, especially with the Pacers losing. The Celtics, they're creeping around. They've been trash this season. I think it's going to be a wild trade deadline. As Riker mentioned, a lot of crazy stuff going on. So subscribe to the Raptors Digest, like the video, tell your friends. Lots of cool stuff coming up. But you guys are the best for making this far. Check out the Twitter, the Instagram, all the cool stuff. Check out the TikTok. I was planning on doing that yesterday, but midterms and stuff. Got everything wildin'. That should be up this weekend. But check out the articles. Articles going up on RaptorsDigest.ca, left, right, and center. Riker, you have any last words?
Excitement. Fun.